No, really. So want to talk to Gordon a little bit. Gordon is extended family. He's a brother, and he has a lot of shared passions with me, mainly about using music to help get the attention and then create opportunity for young people. So Gordon, in the light of what's going on with International Women's Day
Yes.
and women doing exceptional things, there was a point in time when Lauren was sitting in the studio doing her schoolwork, her college work, before recording her tracks, right? And then Amy, they said, well, this British girl, that's not going to work. So how did you inspire different women in music so you could help them believe that there was magic and that who they wore was okay? We just had to present it the right way as long as they believed in themselves.
I think it was really just being supportive. I got to see that how I don't think, and maybe you and I share a similar role, a similar walk in this way because we were both raised by strong women. So I never, yeah, yes, so I didn't see it really, the maybe some of the discrimination or the challenges, I would say maybe it's a better word, that women faced until I actually worked in that capacity in a record label. Because when we were just doing creative on the creative side, it's more like it's more of a democratized program. Everybody's in the room. We're all working together. There's no,
It's a
it's really,
Congress. It's a
yeah,
Congress.
yeah. It's only really determined by who has the best idea, not whether you're black, you're white, you're a woman, you're this, or you're straight, or you're gay. We're creating music, and that's a universal language that really only has one theme. It's
Well,
be
put you
good.
on the spot. Put you on the spot now. Music has universal language. It's one theme. In 2022 and beyond, how are you going to take music and I'm working with your course. How you plan to use music and that one thing to decimate all the barriers that sometimes women may face and make it rather an opportunity? Like,
Yeah.
what are some of the things you're doing and we're doing?
Well, yeah. Well, what I was kind of getting at was that process of it being sort of democratized. I realized once I got into the other side of the business, being on the corporate side, that it was a bit more of a dictatorship. It wasn't a democracy. So I had to figure out, okay, if I'm going to exist in this thing, and I want to work with these great artists that it just seems kept getting sent to me, that I would have to maybe make a way that their ideas could be supported,
Yes, sir.
not even about who's right or who's wrong. It's like she actually has the right idea. Like we have to be able to see past what your gender is and just look at, even if we're talking from a purely commercial standpoint, it's the right thing to do. So my company, Lalabella, when I established it, one of the things, it was really thinking about youth, but the experience of so many female artists, having worked with so many of them that actually went on to become successful, it sort of became a passion just organically. So we have a nonprofit, and we're working in, along with yourself, we're working in Africa. I'm working and I'm actually heading to Senegal in a little while, to talk about establishing a studio and a little distribution network there, but an incubator program that allow us to train young artists in not just music and music production, but entrepreneurship and life skills, right? And we do that here as well, as Lalabella and 1600. Um, Throw a little plug in there. I'm also, since we have a short time, I'm also a Goodwill Ambassador for the island of St. Lucia. And as a Goodwill Cultural Ambassador, the same kinds of things, we were looking at raising money down in my mom's home of St. Lucia, where I'm a Goodwill Ambassador, to set up a STEM program there. And I would say, for lack of a better word, we call it a tech lab, but it would be a music and tech, because that's
Right.
where our intersection is, music and tech. I mean, you can't make music without technology now. If you look at where I am, this setting,
They're siblings, right?
they're
So
siblings now. Yeah, this setting is half a computer lab and half a music studio. And depending on how you use it, you know, you can go fully in either direction.
Well, you know, the last thing is we're running a little bit behind. For me, one thing that I would tell my mom that she can be proud of is that the strength she displayed raising me, I see strength in other people. It's not just about someone being a woman, but I'm able to recognize talent and strength beyond the gender of a person, right?
Yes.
And so what would be the one thing, if your mom was listening, you would tell her that you have done that, if you, because we're mama's boys, if you didn't do, you know, you would kind of be in trouble.
I learned how to listen, like I said, and that was something
Or
that
you got a smack in the back.
right. I don't have to get the smack anymore. It's
Yes,
like it took a
sir.
little while, but I
There were no
understood what
timeouts back when we, you know, we didn't do timeout.
we got a smack. Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
that's what I mean. She taught me that in so many ways, and I think it's very key. I mean, even when we look at what's going on in the world, you know, maybe if our leaders could sit down and listen to each other rather than talk, you know,
Absolutely.
we might be in a different situation. So I'm hoping that with the things like what you and I are talking about, and using music as that universal language to cross bridges and bringing technology, which brings opportunity for the
Yes, sir.
new world, because everything is tech driven, that maybe we can do a little healing in the midst of all this fighting, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Gordon, brother, thank you for attending this and shedding your insight and wisdom, and appreciate all the things you've done to push DE&I further. And I think we're going to do some great things this year with
I do too.
1600 and Lala Bell.